Tiger fans got a chance to hear about some of the new faces they'll be seeing in the fall. JSU's signing party took place at the U on the campus of Jackson State University, April 22nd. The NCAA regulates when and which teams can recruit players, thus only a handful of teams were represented at the event. Up first, the 11-year head volleyball coach, Rosemary Washington.
You and I know, let's be serious, you and I know that this is basketball and football country. I mean, let's be real about it, but we're working on it. I've had a camp every summer for the last 12 years trying to develop kids, but we're also working with the coaches because obviously I can only do so much until they go back, and so we're working with the coaches, giving some free clinics and doing things to help develop kids. I would love to have 50% of my roster to be local kids or Mississippi kids, because obviously that brings your audience in.
Wherever Coach Washington has decided to recruit her players, it has seemingly worked, winning not only the 2011 but the 2012 SWAC championship. With the JSU fans looking for the three-peat, Coach Washington knows that this year's challenge is even much greater.
Now, look forward to this season. That's all coaches are. We always look forward to it. You know, every year is a whole new ball game for us. But we are ready to accept the challenge, whatever. What they call it? Yeah, that one. We're ready for that.
Up next, second-year women's head basketball coach Dixon.
We signed a total of 7 young ladies so far. We had a huge senior class leaving. And we have a total of 7 young ladies who I'm extremely excited about. You're going to see an up-tempo team, a pressing team. We're going to press them from the time they get off the bus all the way back to their locker room. And I'm serious when I say this.
Coach Dixon's focus on defense was one of the primary reasons that the JSU Lady Tigers finished 9-9 in the conference. One area of concern Coach Dixon needs to address this year is the void left behind from leading scorer and all-SWAC center Tiffany Kellum. The Lady Tigers will likely have a tough time challenging the 2012 Women's SWAC basketball tournament winner Prairie View A&M, who are expected to bring back at least 11 of their 15 players. Still, with the more up-tempo system, players like Ariane Holly-Fuller, who is expected to return this year, should get plenty of opportunities in the open court. Perhaps the man of the hour will be the first-year JSU men's basketball coach, Wayne Brent. Coach Brent takes the helm after the retirement of 10-year coach Sylvester Anderson.
Say thanks to Dr. Fuller, because to give a guy a chance coming out of high school, that's not heard of. I was in a position where I was at Ole Miss, I was coaching, we had just gone to Sweet 16. If you're familiar with Sweet 16, you know that you got to be one of the hottest assistant coaches in the country when you come out of Sweet 16. Everybody telling you you're going to get a job, and boom, it doesn't happen. For whatever reason, it doesn't happen. I come back, I'm coaching in high school, I'm coaching at a place that they say, this cannot be done. And then she gives me a chance, so.
The hometown coach is sure to bring a big audience this season. It still remains unclear what type of style this team will play. With the JSU Tigers likely returning promising guards, Jeff Stubbs and Kelsey Howard, the backcourt still lacks a true point guard, a position Coach Brent hopes the 6'1" Brendan Ortez from Madison, Wisconsin can fill. The young point guard injured his ankle only 5 games into his senior year at Madison Memorial, but Brent remains optimistic that the guard can return to true form next year.
The biggest challenge for me was change. Coming to a program that already had players here that I didn't know anything about. And other than that, basketball is basketball. I coached at Clausdale Elementary School, and I did the same thing that I did at Ole Miss. Coaching Cameron in an individual workout, I do the same thing with coaching Julissa in an individual workout. Only thing I believe in is work. You know, Richard talked about a 3-year plan and a 4-year plan. I got a 1-minute plan. I gotta get it done right now.
Still, Coach Brent knows things will take time.
We're gonna try to put a product on the floor that you're proud of. I think the first thing that we got to do, we got to build a foundation. And at the end of the day, we're trying to get to where you want us to be. And will that happen next year? I don't know. The thing that I can promise you is we're gonna put a team on the floor that's going to be very disciplined. They're going to play extremely hard, and they're going to fight to the last second.
Another area of concern for the Tigers is size. With the more traditional big men Leaving the lineup this fall, JSU may find it harder to match up against some of the bigger teams in the conference. Likely why Coach Brent's first official commitment as a JSU head coach came from the 6'9" center Marquez Todd from Chicago, Illinois. The biggest advantage Brent will likely provide JSU is local recruitment. Coaching at many local JPS high schools will provide a trustworthy face.
My main priority is local kid, JPS kid. I'm a local product from Clausell Elementary to Blackburn Middle School to Provine High School, and actually we're not finished with this group yet. So I'm sure in the next 2 weeks we're gonna get a couple more that from JPS now. Everybody looking to see, Coach, how many scholarships you have? We got 13. But then you got an academic scholarship and you got a kid that actually just wants to be here. So we're gonna use some of them want to be here scholarships also.
And while Coach Brent didn't estimate a record for this season, he is still expecting big things from his team.
I guess the only thing that I would like to say, we have some great things going on here. And the momentum is picking up and we need to continue that. We're at a place where I called the other day and I asked about a season ticket. And a season ticket is $45. For $45, you can probably get in about 2 or 3 Provine Callaway games. So we trying to get it to the point where, and I'm gonna be honest with you, you can sit back if you want to and not get it. And you see that window right there? You're gonna be on the other side of that window with your nose pinned up against that window. But that's the process that we're in. And every place I've been, whether it was at Provine in the beginning, to Pinewood, to Callaway, we all begin without a crowd. But when we left there, that window, you're gonna have your nose pinned up on that window.
For more information about the latest signings, you can visit www.jsutigers.com. From Jackson, Mississippi, JSU TV.